All right. All right. So I just go live. Yeah. Now, the point of this is because in like Nepal, Nepalese, one of these countries, the students are just not just students, but I mean the youth, just sick of the government and it's crushing them or whatever, and the stress they're causing on. They were like, okay, we're just gonna take them over. They went in droves out in the streets, went down to where the parliament was, went inside the buildings, kicked them all out, went to their homes where they lived, the politicians, and burned their homes. And took over the government in 2 days. And now they're just outside cleaning up. And you're like, really? Yeah. And the people place themselves in the positions of the government. And you're thinking, oh no, but who will rob them now? I'm just trying to find out the name of the country. This has happened, okay? You haven't heard about it at all. I have. And now we're just going to do a little dive here to see how long it takes me, knowing about it, to find out any information on the computer about it. Now I could push a button and maybe do the picture-in-picture thing, yada, 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 yada. I got my computer here. I'll be talking to you as we go along. I can show you the picture here or whatever. But let's just see how long it takes now. Obviously, I play guitar too. So I want to get this. I want to get the name of this country so I can show it to you. It shouldn't take too long. But I also play the guitar. A little bit of guitar now, but I want to do this thing. You know what I mean? Like, thing is, we got to find this country here. I want to find out where they took over, right? So now, let's type into the search engine here. Thank you for joining me. Yeah. Put on my hat. Yeah, I try to keep the camera where you can see my hand and you can see this one for when like I know I get playing the guitar. Hey, right on. Well, now, brother, what we're doing though is Okay, some young people, they took over a country. Now I know they did it already. Okay, they did it in 2 days. Now they're just cleaning up. Okay, they went in, they kicked the politicians, they went to the government. They're like, we can get out. They're like, what? And they're like, okay, well, there's about a couple more thousand of us out here that want you guys gone. You can run, but we're gonna start burning the place if you don't. Yeah. And then they went to their homes. Their homes where they live, and they went leave. People are like, no, we don't want to get out. And they're like, okay, you don't have to, but we're burning this place. We're not going to harm anybody. We're not going to hurt anybody. You know what I mean? But we're just going to burn your home. Oh no, you guys can go to the other room. You can go to the other room. You can leave. You can do whatever you want. But we're going to burn your homes anyway. They did it. The country starts with an N. Right now, we're just searching for that country. I'm not doing the thing where I do picture in picture and yada yada yada. I've got my thing right here, my trusty little thing. Okay. Hopefully I'm being entertaining. So you know what I mean? I'll pick up the guitar once in a while and go doodle doodle doodle. I gotta let go in an hour anyway, so don't think, oh, I'm gonna stretch this out. No. I'm gonna compress it. Okay, so now we are just looking for the country. So I'm gonna type in the little search engine here. I'm sure I could turn on Grok and go, Grok, where did the young people take over the government? But I'm just gonna type in youth take over the government, or just young people. Okay, but maybe I should. Let's see. Let me go first. We're gonna look at my shorts. What? No. We're just gonna go into my shorts. Okay, or clips, right? They're called clip. No. They're called shorts for sure. Shorts. S. Okay. Because it wasn't a short that I saw that they had taken over Nepal or whatever. It's like Nepal, Nepalese people, something like that. Anyway, we're just going through. We'll just go through these. Don't worry, actually, I could go. Okay, that's like a new girl that I started watching or whatever. Oh no, wait, that's Scarlett Johansson. Oh my goodness. Anyway, I'm like, that's a new girl that I started watching. It's like I don't even know. No, but check it out. I thought that was some. It's like, look, it's Scarlett Johansson. Oh, she loves you. She doesn't love you, but maybe she does. Maybe in the morning she's like, "Thank you for all my fans who I love." No, I don't remember watching that. No, I just pressed shorts. All right, it's probably John Stewart or something. I don't know. I like the song though. Oh no, copyright! Oh no, I monetize any of these. I could not run away. Bom 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 bom. No, but look, it's the old computer. I walk along the avenue. I never thought I'd meet a girl like you. And I run so far away. I could not get away. It's like, all right, no, but we're just looking down these. I imagine by keeping down the shorts, we're going to find the country. But here, I'm going to look for the short. Okay. I'm going to have to look for my old shorts, like on a history, right? See, it just takes me a couple seconds, and I think, oh, let's do a thing where I take my valid medication that is prescribed me by a doctor. Let's watch the difference because I have to go, right? Before I go and take my meds, let's actually watch that live. You know. Now, I'm just going to verbally tell you what's going on in case somebody can go, hey, look, you shouldn't be doing that on screen, that, and the other thing. And you can just believe me or not. You know what I'm saying? But, so anyway, here I go off the screen. All right, so Mr. Tristram just ingested 100 milligrams of what you understand as Vyvanse. Yeah, and then it doesn't sound odd. It's Vyvanse. It's for ADHD. All right, now. Let's see. It's supposed to only work with your stomach, mix with your stomach as a start or whatever, but I've been taking amphetamine since I was 5.5. Hey, you want to check your heart right now? Now, the thing is, with ADHD, everything tunnels. It comes as it, like your grip on the tires if you were a vehicle comes. Mew, mew. Whereas if somebody else's heart increases, they become more erratic. It's that's wild. All right. So the shorts I have lined up. There's only 6 of them. So I know it's not that. Now, I've got the different accounts. Let's go with a different account. That's why I'm glad that I have an entirely different laptop and a desktop, because I've purchased 2 memberships from YouTube so that I can have 2 separate channels. So there's no funny business going on. And that's where they left it at 2 when they were doing all that ixnaying and whatnot and fixing everything up. Okay, now, just by doing stuff, you get rewarded. All right. I absolutely love these Mr. Rogers and Pinhead skits. Hello, Mr. Rogers. I have such delights to show you. It's like, let me just play one of them. You know what I mean? It's not going to hurt anything.
Oh, hello there. You must be new to the neighborhood.
I have come from a realm beyond pleasure and pain.
Well, everyone comes from somewhere, don't they?
Yes, I suppose they do.
Hello there. You must be new to the neighborhood.
I have such delights to show you. Oh, I have such delights to show you. Let's take off our shoes.
Everyone comes from somewhere, don't they?
All right, let's do the next one. Oh, look, I just got a notice on Facebook.
Hello there. You must be new to the neighborhood.
I have come
from a realm beyond pleasure and pain.
Well, everyone comes from somewhere, don't they? Oh.
But it's not beyond pain.
Hello there.
He comes from a dimension
I have come
of pain.
beyond pleasure and pain.
He has
Well, everyone
called
comes from
himself
somewhere, don't they?
Pay, so I'm a little
Oh.
mucked
Hello there.
up with the
You
theology
must be new
here.
to the neighborhood.
I have come from a realm beyond pleasure and pain.
Now, there were 2 of those beside each other when I first saw them. So I'm just going to push this back button, see where it takes me. Now, it's only giving me the selection of one of those. Oh, I found the other one here.
Chains can be heavy, friend. Maybe you just need help carrying yours.
You speak of kindness as if it were power.
It is. The strongest kind there is. Chains can be heavy, friend. Maybe you just need help carrying
You
yours.
speak of
You speak
kindness
of kindness
as if it
as
were
if it were
power.
power.
It is. The strongest kind there is. Chains can be heavy, friend. Maybe you just need help carrying yours.
You speak of kindness
You speak of
as
kindness
if it were power.
as if it were
The strongest kind there is.
power.
Chains can be heavy, friend.
Chains can be heavy, friend.
Maybe you just need help carrying yours.
You speak of kindness as if it were power.
It is. The strongest kind there is. Chains can be heavy, friend. Maybe you just need help carrying yours.
You speak of...
All right, I wonder if we're going to... Okay, now let's get to this country, though, right? These are funny.
They're gonna be super easy and fun.
I want to agree with all these, but I
How old are
mean,
you? You're 11.
maybe I will.
I am 30. Your teenage years are right around the corner. They're going to be super easy and fun, I promise.
We got to find this country, though. We just messed up chords. Doodly doo, doodly doo, there's E minor, then E seventh, okay. Doodly doo, doo, doo. Bow, ba da bow, bow. I can't. Look at this ancient stuff. All the ancient stuff is just crap. And you're like, no, 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 it's real. It's like, sure, whatever. Oh! I forgot the other reason why I turned this on. Tartary is this 1,000 years kingdom. That's why they tried to hide it so bad. That's why the buildings are so cool. And it's Tartary. Because it's the mix. It's the tartan. That wasn't the end, but they were together. It's like, hey, well, okay, you know, peace, right? So the tartan. Anyway, 1,000 years, peace reigned. Tartarians. Makes sense, doesn't it? It's like, wait 1 second. Yeah, that's the thing that they tried to hide. Right. And the buildings of those people is like, it's a worldwide. Yeah. And the buildings on the inside, that would take about, well, you know, 300, 400. Well, you know what I mean? It's more of that. Tartary is a 1,000-year kingdom. That's why the lies in the end time. Now, it doesn't say that all of us will be deceived. It just means that deception is released. It doesn't mean that I don't know that the 1,000 years was Tartary. I do. And so have all of us. It's just not been said till right now, out loud. Now that it has been, it will start being repeated by the others because it's by angels and the Holy Spirit that it gets given to me. And then I speak it out here. So it's like, oh, hey, guess what I thought of, everybody? No. I have ministering spirits that at their time go, Morgan, even though all of you in the whole entire community kind of like knew, but no one had said it yet, but you all knew that Tartary is the 1,000-year kingdom. That's why it was hidden. That's why they're like, okay, we don't want them to know what we did. And like, because we have to get rid of it because it was an actual place, actual things. And it's like, yeah, that's a pretty big lie to get rid of worldwide. I mean, it was a worldwide kingdom. And how are you going to do that? Well, I mean, when Satan will be here to help us. Well, yes, the lie will be released from the pit, the liar, and the lie shall go out. Well, that'll help. Yeah, but not only so much. Right. And then we'll just have to deal with a couple guys like Morgan, you know, and if the Lord tells him how to do things, he'll be in a position where you can't really take him. You can take him down a little bit, but then he's going to be infecting those that we have at the very, very bottom, and we usually need them to do bottom type stuff. So, you know what I mean? So keep them, you know what I mean? Like, and then we only have to put up when God gives him the power to go do his thing, and then he goes out and does his thing, and, you know, we can just watch him do it. But whatever. He doesn't do that very often, does he? No, not too often. But he is right about that. Tartary is the 1,000-year thing. And how Morgan sat back and studied and studied and studied. And people are like, aren't you going to do something, Morgan? And then just go, oh, that's right, or that's wrong, or I agree with that, or I don't agree with that. Like, when are you going to, like, you know, every once in a while you come with a banger, right? But you always seem as if you got this thing in your back pocket. Now, I'm still looking for this place of the people that took over the government. And it was the young people. They're just like, we're just not doing this. And they went and they literally physically removed the government. Now, it might have been on Facebook that I saw that short. So I'm going to switch this over to Facebook. But yeah, Tartary. Because for 1,000 years, peace reigned. Everybody believes the same thing and everything. Well, it doesn't really matter. You're going to submit with an iron rod in your own head, which is the truth that, like, it can't be removed. And it's a lot, like, it's like, I can't get rid of I know what's true. That's right. And that's how it ruled for 1,000 years. And like I said, when Satan got released from his pit, first thing you're like, okay, so this Tartary's got to go. What is Tartary anyway? Well, you know exactly what it means. The materials together. Almost wampum in and of itself. These are the people who agreed to be together in peace, so we'll include them in the wampum or in the tartar, right? The tartan is a mix. So as long as you can live at peace with each other. And when I believe this, I believe that. It's like, okay, well, I mean, there's a truth. And the truth is, if you can live in peace, I mean, I'm gonna come up and condemn you or like torture you because it's like, because peace obviously rules in you if you are getting up, treating people. It's like, well, I'd like to be treated with kindness. And they're like, I don't necessarily believe the same thing as Jeremy, but what if Jeremy then would like to have an intriguing conversation about it? Well, that's Tartary, but. Or at least that would be the way that we're going to express obeying peace as Lord. So that in your mind, it's like, you may speak those words. May I think these thoughts? You may think those thoughts. The truth is apparent, though there's a Tartary about, and it rules. Therefore you shall come to no harm, because peace rules, and it shall be so for 1,000 years. Then the lie shall be released, and it shall try to cover up that which has been, and that which is the truth of God, the dome above our heads. The fact that if you could have beaten him or you would have already. The fact that I live and I speak. The fact that I don't know if I live. For all I know, I'm sleeping, and the Lord's just keeping me in a dream to be kind. But then again, he could tell me that too, and I'd be like, well, that's cool, thanks, man. But the fact that I can sit here and speak and tell you the truth plainly without being angry or upset or be like, I don't want that person over there to have it, or I don't want those people over there to have it. It's not the way that it works. Having somebody be excluded from love forever, even the thought of like somebody with a stomach ache forever, it's like, it's not a good thought. It's like, oh, I wouldn't want that. It's like, I wouldn't want that for anybody else either. It's like, okay, you're not insane. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, of course you don't, because that's horrible if you actually want somebody else to experience anything bad, because that's not love. So like, and love should be, you know what I mean? And like, let love grow in you as a seed. And it's a shame if you don't know what that feels like, what that experience is like. Now I'm going to reels or shorts here. Reels or short things I've saved. Okay, saved. We're in Facebook now. Okay, now I've got a lot of cool stuff that I saved in Facebook. Like, but we're looking for that country. I'm not being very diligentist. Not being diligentious upon that. Now I'm going through the list here. I've got like a list, like of just. I'm just looking for like one thing, but I'm going to type it in. Netanyahu, no, but there's another end thing that Israelis have taken to the streets and protest. Okay, but there's some news that's closer. Midas touch. Okay, reels. Andre's video. We're getting closer. Laura Lane. Peace feels like it's suffocating her. Why so many women seem uncomfortable when things are going well? Oh. Could be, no, we all know why. Adventure and stuff like that. Anyway, could be part of it. Peace isn't a problem. Jason Lamar. Oh, another thing came to mind now that I'm up and running. 6'7" is Austin Powers. No, we were all 6s and 7s, Basil. Oh, but what does it mean, Basil? Oh, we were all 6s and 7s. Oh, 6s and 7s. And they, oh no, it's part of. And then they want. Now I've heard different reports from the different, people in different colors and whatnot. No, but some people try to talk about it's Santeria, and it's like, or one guy, other person, like, it's when you take the Glock and you go, no, it's 6'7". It's another thing when it means a body down for the. It's like that's a code 6'7", 6'7", and it's like, but the thing is, and the thing is, the strongest is they're trying to say it's this one God thing or whatever, and this one demon thing. Oh, 6 to 7, but it's like, but here's the thing: it showed a pastor, and the pastor came out and goes, this 6'7" thing. Now, you understand how I feel that most mainstream pastors and all that, they are liars. Okay. And anytime that they speak, they're usually so when I saw a pastor come out, you know what I mean? I go, oh, here's a pastor, and he's like, this 6'7" thing. Well, I went and I looked, I couldn't find nothing about it. And then I went and I looked deeper. It's like, shut the, it's like, you're a liar, pastor. If you would have actually typed in 6'7", like I remember, because I have medicated, God made me this way, but either way, I know things, pastor, because I remember them, because my name is Trist Ram, so I'm a Ram member, so I do, as well as being well read, my name being Reed. Now, pastor, if you had actually typed in 6'7", you would have gotten back Austin Powers, or if your brain would have worked, or if you wouldn't have been a liar, which you are. Oh, I got nothing. Well, you know what, Pastor? Austin Powers came out and went, oh, 6s and 7s, oh, 6s and 7s, oh, 6s and 7s. And any moron can remember it. Anybody that can even type in 6 to 7 is going to get back, oh, Austin Powers saying 6 to 7. That was 6s and 7s. It's some sexual reference or whatever. But it doesn't matter, Pat, because you came up, Pastor, and went, no. I went up because I know that pastors don't actually do any work or do anything or do any research or anything like that. Oh, but no, they do. No, they don't. And that's how I know that this guy was lying. He came out and went, I did this or that. I'm like, hey, I know pastors. Why? Because I went to seminary. Because I'm one of them. Same thing with cops and that. Because I'm an officer, occupational health and safety. I also know, I'm a white man. I'm almost like, you know what I mean? I'm all these things. Yes, all things to all men. That's right. I've also been to seminary. I'm also a pastor. Done all these things. And that's how come I can tell you when the pastor comes out and goes, now, this 6'7". I went and I looked. No, he didn't. When another pastor comes out and they go, I did this or that, they're lying. And that's how you know if they say they did anything. It's true. Anyway, the pastor goes out and goes, now, I looked up this 6'7" thing and there was nothing there. Like, that's bull. You're a liar. Because you would have gotten Austin Powers. What? Well, Morgan's here, Pastor, and he's here to call you a liar. I mean, hey, you also do weddings, right? With roses and vows. Hey, do you even take that part out? Or do you bother reading the parts of the Bible where it says that's forbidden because it's evil? Or you just take pride in knowing that you're a liar and that your congregations are a bunch of idiots too stupid to be able to even read. Or when they read that part of the Bible anyway, you just come by and go, oh no, that don't mean what it says exactly. It means something else that makes me money. Right? In what you call the house of God, yet Christ specifically said, I do not live in buildings made of brick, but inside the hearts of people. But you got to take that away from people's minds so that they don't realize that and they think more with the institution is the God, the idol that you have made it so that they worship the idol, the business of Christianity that you've made it. Except it's not Christianity. It's just like everything else, Satanism. It's just what you want in business. Anyway, it's not what I do. That's why I'm usually like a happier person or whatnot. But now I'm still trying to find where the people took over this other country Now, I should start typing it in, though, or I could just ask the GPT thing. I'm probably going to have to ask the chat GPT thing, because I'm not finding it. I'm not finding it. Okay. Where?
All right, Sage, tell me how the... They say the truth sets you free, but what if the truth is so dangerous they built a vault to keep it silent in the heart of Vatican City? Behind bronze doors that never open to the public lies the most restricted archive on Earth. 53 miles of locked shelves, 2 men allowed entry, and no accountability to anyone else. This is M-spiracy, and this is what they sealed beneath the cross. The door no one walks through. The Apostolic Archive, formerly the Vatican Secret Archive, sits beneath the Papal Palace.
I wonder
Access is granted to only 2
if there's a
Pope,
library with a couple griffins across from each other.
No camera crews, no digital copies, and no one speaks of what they see.
And what's it
inside,
called again?
A
Tartary.
Yeah,
a library.
Revealed enough to suggest
A
something
Tartary.
far beyond religion.
A library.
The Forbidden Index. There exists
Airy,
the vault,
Tartary, Aryans, librarians, librarians, Tartarians, librarians, Tartarians, librarians,
These weren't
librarians,
fairy tales. They were gospels, letters, and records removed from the public Bible.
Tartarians,
Why? They
librarians.
told stories the church
The
couldn't
Lord makes the
control.
sun
A Jesus
and the
who was
clouds
not
part.
divine, but enlightened. A serpent who freed mankind.
The information about the
the
Aryan Tartarians, the Aryan Tartarians, 1,000 years.
Right?
It's
These texts were
locked
never
up there.
destroyed. They were preserved, just not for you.
It's not for
The
you.
forgotten gospel. One ancient text stands apart, often overlooked, often left unread. It's called the Gospel of Mary. It was discovered in 1896, sealed inside a cave in Egypt. It describes a figure who speaks of inner truth, balance, and knowledge as the path to understanding. But despite its historical
That's
value,
Gnostic crap. Don't believe
access to the
that.
original manuscript is still limited.
Humbling your heart and
Some
understanding
say
that
this
the
text
truth is Lord. The truth is a living being that is a spirit, that is eternal, and it is the spirit of life. And understanding that God is peace and love. And then, be about his business. You can you can look at a light, you can see what it does and imitate it. You can look at the morning and look at the sun, look how it gives. You can take your characteristics from that and do likewise. All right, so I'm not getting back. I'm getting a lot of cool stuff that I saved. And I've remembered a couple cool things to tell you along the way. Now, I'm leaving in a few moments, but time's going nice and slow for me because of the medication. So, with a button hit, I'll switch this. Wow. The mind's so smooth. I'm going to type into the search. I don't think it was a Nepalese takeover. I don't think it was Nepal. Indonesia. Somewhere in South America. Let's just try South America. South American youth take over government. Chaos unfolds as Gen Z protests take over. No, that's the Mexico thing. Okay. And we're not talking about Mexico, by the way. We're not talking about Mexico. Just check out some Doctor Who stuff. Oh, Smurf put out some little Smurf seed Ivy uploaded. Sir, a little magic once in a while. I don't know. powerful Smurf you got. Oh, look at that big tree. It's got to be some powerful spirit in a tree. Look at the leaves coming off as it blows in the fall. Oh yeah, that was nice, Smurf. Right on. All right. Look at, oh hey, there's my live there. It's showing. All right. Where they took over the whole government. No, not South American. Okay. You take over government. Let's just go with that. Oh, it's 11:51. We've got like another 4 minutes or so. Protests are up. No, Mexico again. Nepal. It is Nepal in chaos. I was right. It was Nepal. It was Nepal. I was right in the first place. The key issue is Gen Z protests that topple Nepal's government. I was right in the first place. I was right. It was Nepal.
Nepal finds new calm this weekend with the appointment of a temporary leader.
Of course I was
following
right.
an extraordinary week of violence. The death toll now stands at over 70 after anti-corruption protests led to police clashes and a host of buildings in the capital being set aflame. An interim prime minister is in place today asking for people to come together. New elections are expected to be held in March, but key issues like unemployment and inflation that drove the protests
on YouTube
remain unaddressed. Earlier, I spoke with Alex.
They held new elections online
business
already.
For the New York Times, he's in Kathmandu, and I asked him to describe the situation there today.
The capital of Nepal,
they already took it over.
Is actually rather quiet now, and it looks normal in a lot of respects.
Because they took it over already.
Large military presence on the streets.
They toppled Nepal's government.
Traffic. There are a lot of burned out buildings. So
they toppled the government.
Old halls of power. It's like a disaster swept through town. In fact, a few of them are still even on fire. But I would have to say that traffic, business, civilian life is carrying on almost as if it were an ordinary time in Nepal, which it very much is not.
This is a historic time, and it seems like the protests evolved in part because of the bans of some social media platforms, but there also seem to be a lot more deeper issues there. Can you help us understand how this all evolved?
Yeah, it's becoming clearer and clearer, Lisa, that the social media ban, which was the proximate cause or the trigger for the protests, it was a small part of a great big angry whole. It was Monday.
They took over the government.
That mostly young people took to the
Mostly young people took to the streets in great numbers.
Already on the banners and placards
that toppled Nepal's government.
Entrenched problems that Nepal faces. Political
when Nepal caught fire.
A culture of impunity. And there was a vast amount of anger. And then that all changed on Monday itself when armed police started firing into the crowd.
Oh.
Very quickly, a lot of
people died. Yeah, they killed a bunch of 17 people.
And then there's an entirely new cause for outrage.
What has day-to-day life been like for the young people, especially those leading this protest?
So
hey, Max, Tartary is the 1,000-year kingdom of peace.
Often these are young people who've invested a lot of time.
The young people took over Nepal. 2 days, toppled the government. They're back to normal already.
Is the number of young Nepalis who have to leave the country in order to find employment. This is often for menial jobs in the Gulf or in Malaysia. It's not that
they canceled my channel, my other one.
But almost 2,000
they wiped it right out, Max.
Every day. There's
by the way, I checked on BitChute. You can go there now too. I was getting over 500 views every single show on BitChute because I'd been sending every single live there for 5 years. Some of them were like, it was over to 600 max on BitChute. Now I'm just going to send these to BitChute now too, because obviously they stopped like about 6-7 months ago. But I was getting over 500 views on BitChute. You can go there, Isabella Live. Like, he was getting over 500 views every live, every one I did.
We're talking to her. Her name is Sushila Karki, and she came out as the favored candidate. No, she's a former Chief Justice of Nepal. In fact, the country's first female
So you
Chief
get it.
Justice.
Nepal was taken over
And,
by the
jurist
youth
by training, so
because they did something. They said something they didn't like. They went out.
not especially beholden to any of the big political parties.
The police
And,
shot at them, killed a bunch of them. They went,
satisfying choice
forget it,
if they're
we're taking over everything.
for
And they
a,
did.
Caretaker prime minister.
Help us understand Nepal's role in the region and whether these protests have any wider influences as well as a small country. Where does it sit in terms of its importance?
Maybe too soon to tell. Nepal sits between China and India, the biggest countries in the world. The United States, of course, takes a keen interest also in Nepali affairs. In recent years, as China's political and economic power has grown, it's become a more important rival within the five clans of the region. Each of these giant countries has its favorite political parties within the old political order of Nepal. Now that the political order as a whole seems to have collapsed, it looks suddenly like a clear board in which these 2-3 big countries are going to start competing again.
What comes next? We expect elections in 6 months. Do you think that is the way out of this crisis?
What's clear is that it's going to be a very difficult path forward.
It's going to be a very difficult path for it. Doesn't matter. Your kiddos told you what you're going to fucking do. You're going to do what the kids say because the kids now tell you what to do. Because the kids now tell you what to do. In Nepal, the kids now tell you what to do because they burned you out of your homes. Because they burned you all out of your homes. Now the kids tell you what to do, and now the kids tell you what to do. In Nepal, the government toppled. Now the kids all tell you what to do, and now the kids all tell you what to do because they can beat you up, burn your house, kill your kids. Yeah. And that's the news. So, the news is I was right in the first place. It was Nepal. Any people can take over the government anywhere in probably more like one day. If we wanted to, all we have to do is go out and just walk to work. It's like, okay, so the politicians live here. Let's just go to their homes. If you want, if they own two, okay. Well, don't wreck their Muskoka home because, we're not like that. But I mean, there's so many of us. If you actually want to oust them, it's that easy. And they just showed everyone that in Nepal. So yay! All right, Max. I gotta go too. I gotta go. All right. Have a good day. Remember, if you want hope, just take another look at what Nepal did. And if you're in government and you don't want to burn and your home to burn, and you know what I mean? Well, do your job. Do it well. Stop lying. Pull out of things that you're doing that are corrupt. Because Nepal is coming for you, baby.